Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Only Trade to Win. I do not have any stock tips for you, and I do not know where the market is going today or tomorrow, but what I do have is a methodology and a thinking process that took 25 years to put together, and that is the intention of this channel, is to share with you how a professional trader thinks so you can take some things that resonate and make sense to you and implement it in your own trading and investing and hopefully become a more consistent and profitable trader and investor. Today we're going to continue looking at Bitcoin, and if you have not seen my previous video on Bitcoin that I posted about a month ago when Bitcoin was trading at 34,000, you should definitely go and take a look at it, because there I talk in details on what I see in this price structure and the psychology behind it. And before we continue, I'm just going to go briefly over these numbers that you see on your screen. I highly recommend that you begin color coding your pictures, and I don't like calling them charts because charts are permanent and there is nothing permanent in the markets, and I'd like you to start using words that will keep your mind more flexible. And I think a picture is a snapshot of what's going on right now, and any person looking at a picture would not say, hey, look, something is different, and therefore your picture is invalid. So let's make things less permanent. And in terms of colors, number one that you see up here with the purple line is the closing all-time high. Number two, the blue line that you see down below is where Bitcoin opened on January 1st, 2023. So this move above the blue line is our performance for the year, and Bitcoin was trading around 17,000. And number three, dotted line, is where our 52-week high is, and for Bitcoin it was just yesterday. So 43,789 is the 52-week high closing price for Bitcoin set on Monday, December 4th, 2023. As always, we're going to look at our watch list. I just lost all the data I had from November 11th, including our stocks. For those who've seen the monthly wrap-ups here, take a look at this. So we're back to 1 month ago. In any case, I will redo them and they will look beautifully next time. And for crypto, what we noticed when we looked at it on November 1st was that Bitcoin was trading already over 100% for the year. So without even looking at pictures or anything, January starting price 16,672, November 1, 34,444, up 107%. If anybody asks, Bitcoin is very strong, and Bitcoin is the leader for all major cryptocurrencies, or at least the tokens that we picked up. And here we have Aave, Ethereum, Litecoin, BNB, and YFI, random. Now let's go to our pictures and take a look at what happened this year. First of all, we'd like to see the performance so far for the year. In case of Bitcoin, it is up 163% for this year. What's impressive about that is that last year it was down 75%. And I know that one day I'll be really good with drawing these pictures and talking and really pointing at what I'd like to show you. And for those who's gonna stick with me, I promise you that at minimum you will learn a lot about how to think. And when you look at other videos that are talking about where something is going because some averages crossing with the moon cycle or whatever, you will laugh at those people. Yet those people are really popular, have millions of people following them, but they have no clue. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about, and they have no idea that they're messing with other people's livelihoods. I am very clearly aware of that, and I'm going to share with you what I think, and I'm going to teach you how to think, and I'm never going to make a decision or say, oh, you should buy or sell this thing. I know nothing about you, and you know nothing about me. So you should be more careful with who you listen to, because you may become a winner or you may lose everything that you have plus more. This is not a game, this is for real. So talking about real, Bitcoin is nothing but a laundromat. There was so much black money in this world needing to get from one part of the world to another part of the world, and the legal or official system got too tight for them. And regardless of the fact that this stuff is illegal and unregulated and untraceable, but it still exists, it tells us that there is a big need for this on a level that is higher than you and I. And we're going to take a moment and see what one of the wisest men in the whole history of investing had to say about crypto. And then we're going to go back to the pictures, and I'm going to point some interesting things that I already am able to see. I just need to zoom in. So I'll be back in 1 second.
It's like somebody else is trading turds and you decide I can't be left out.
So let's remember that in this case we're trading turds, and they have no real value. It's all perceived. There are no fundamentals behind Bitcoin being where it is, and it might as well be at 500,000 or at $500. It's only a matter of our perceptive and who is more aggressive, buyers or the sellers, the FOMO or reasonable people. So for us to be reasonable, we're going to have to zoom in and take a look at some things here. So the answer that we need to answer, and actually you need to answer it for yourself, is should I buy or sell Bitcoin? One one thing that I'd like to point out is that every time Bitcoin makes a high, it pulls back. So here it pulled back 22% in 19 days. Here the pullback was a little bit less, but it lasted almost 3 times longer for 62 days. Moving to the right, here the pullback was 20% and it lasted for 3 months. Now, the longer the price spends in the specific price range, the more significant it is, because more people are able to take positions within the longer period of time. And therefore, when the price moves away from that significant area where the price spent a long time, the move will be more violent as if it was there for less amount of time. Now, this is not the rule, this is not the law, this is just an observation. And if you think about it, more people traded at the same price. Somebody bought, somebody sold. So either buyers or sellers will be wrong depending on which direction the price moves. In this case, after we consolidated or traded in that range for 92 days, the price went up, moving away from the place where many people took positions, and apparently it made those who got short here wrong and those who got long here right. Now, after being more than 100% up for the year and coming to this point, this here was magic. This area here had so many buying opportunities and so many confluences. It was like a trader's dream come true, not only on the technical level, but also on the psychological level. In the video that I posted a month ago, I talked about the fact that shorts are getting squeezed and they're super nervous. This is exactly, here's an example of what the short squeeze looks like. And now suddenly, after Bitcoin breaks out from that range where we had so many good opportunities to get it at good price and be in the profit right from the beginning of the trade and then catch this run. Now it's all over the news, all over the channels, people are talking about it, and that's the only reason why I'm updating it right now. So if you saw the video from before, thank you for coping with the terrible audio quality. I am doing my best to improve, but here we are. We said that somebody was buying it for all the reasons that I mentioned, and now we have this run. This is where we take the profit. I'm going to zoom out and you will see it. Boom, boom. If we go on weekly, you will see that I added number 4. That number 4 is sitting at the level from where Bitcoin sold off back in April of 2022, losing more than 60% of its value. And that sell-off actually lasted to January 1st of this year. So one thing that you need to acknowledge and accept here is that anything is possible in the market. If you think about this coin that loses more than 60% of its value in the last year, and here it comes in and it's more than 150% positive for this year. And that stuff is happening over and over and over, which means now it's kind of normal, even though it's super volatile. So when something like Bitcoin runs up 150% plus for the year and everybody is talking about it, should you buy or should you sell it? And if the price is sitting at a critical point, should you buy it or should you sell it? I think that question is rhetorical because any prudent person knows that you need to be careful at certain points in time, and in our cases at certain point in price. And right now is that point. If you own it from levels way down below, maybe you want to hold it here and see if it does anything differently than before. But if it pulls back 20-25%, that would be totally normal for Bitcoin. And if you're looking to buy it, maybe you should look for an opportunity that is 20-25% below here. And since I know a lot of people don't like math, let me do this for you. Roughly 35,000 is a good price. This is not a good price. You missed the move. Do not chase this thing up here. And if you're a big roller, then I think you're in the wrong channel, because here I talk about basic stuff. This is basic. These are the things that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that you need to look at the screen. I don't change the screen. I keep the charts up because I value your time. And I know the more time you look at this thing, the faster it would make sense to you. So to review, it's a super strong coin. It's the leader for the industry. Bitcoin had a phenomenal year. Now we're sitting at the top. It's a critical area because it sold off from here back in April of 2022 and it lost more than 60% of its value. We look for a pullback and we look at how it will act when it pulls back. Will the buyers come in and start bidding it up, or will it continue selling off? But we cannot tell at this point in time. And this point in time is one of the most dangerous spots, because if you put a stop here, where are you going to put your stop? Below 40,000? 35? It's just very hard to calculate risk reward in this trade, and therefore it's a watch. I hope this helps you. Navigate with care, and we'll see you next time.